Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be going over how we eat out and how I stay within my calories still. This is a day of eating video as well as some tips on what kinds of things I do around the days where I know I'm gonna eat out. So usually when I eat out, we usually plan a certain day, not necessarily a certain meal, but a certain day. So I already know I might be eating more calories later throughout the day, which means I eat a small breakfast. And because we're always eating French toast recently, on this breakfast I just narrowed it down to one slice of bread instead of two slices of bread. So the French toast is something that I've been prepping overnight now, since it seems to absorb the egg whites a lot better. It's just much more convenient to know that my every breakfast is already prepared and I just need to toss it on the pan. So for the recipe for this, see our my meals under 300 calories video that I'll link right here. And I usually eat two slices, but in this case I'm going to eat one and only do 100 grams of strawberries, and then I'll half the syrup that I usually use to 2 tablespoons. And that's it for breakfast. For snacks, I do really low calorie snacks. In this case, had a pickle or 2 pickles, so about 10 calories there, and then like diet soda, whether diet Dr. Pepper or diet Coke. For our meal out that day, we decided to eat some Tex Mex. We've been here before, and I usually know what I order when I eat certain cuisines. So for Tex Mex, I always eat like either a steak fajita or a chicken fajita, one of the two. In this case, it ended up being a chicken fajita meal. Now restaurants around here still aren't open, so we do takeout, which actually might be a good thing, because when you do takeout with Tex Mex, you get your chips in a different bag. However, your entree is already prepared, so you're not going to be munching on the chips, unlike if you were at a restaurant. The chips and salsa always come first, and you're more likely to eat on those and munch on those while waiting for your actual meal to come out. But in this case, the meal is already there, and this meal had 1/2 cup refried beans. I measured it. I thought it would be more than 1/2 cup, so I got myself a 1/2 cup measuring cup and scooped it in there, and I was like, oh, it's a 1/2 cup, and then I just put it back. Also had a 1/2 cup of Mexican rice, and then the chicken fajitas. And I did not eat the sour cream or the tortillas. In fact, I had one of the tortillas that we have at home, which is a lower calorie version and higher fiber for 50 calories. I believe it was La Tortilla Factory, one of the 50 calorie wraps. And I did have the guacamole and the salsa. So altogether, it was not a bad meal at all. However, it took a large chunk of my calories out of the day, which left me with not much to work with later for dinner. Probably the hardest thing about eating so few calories or being small and not being able to eat a ton of calories is the eating out aspect. Since many things are so big in proportion and higher in calories, someone who could eat 2,500 calories per day is less affected by a meal eating out than someone who only eats like 1,200 calories per day. So I've been noticing that as an issue, but it's okay. Can usually work with it, and I can usually plan around it. So dinner, I had like pretty much a salad but made into sandwiches instead, and I'm gonna call these lettuce wrap sandwiches. I had 4 of them. They were really filling. All I did was wash romaine lettuce leaves, cut up a tomato, a bell pepper, and then I had 4 ounces of Black Forest ham. So 1 slice per ham, 2 slices of lettuce per sandwich, a slice of tomato each, and then like divide the bell pepper into 4 pieces. And then for dressing, I did mustard and Dijon mustard, so even more mustard. And mustard's really low calorie and super like flavorful, so overall it was a very good meal. And we eat out about once a week, especially now that we don't really go out anymore to eat out, since that's not a thing right now. But yeah, you can definitely enjoy anything you want and still keep your daily calories pretty low. what we were doing before when things were open was just doing like a once a week Chipotle date night. And with Chipotle, you really can plan ahead. I eat the same thing there every time. It's a bowl with brown rice, with pinto beans, with the veggies, with chicken, with like corn salsa, the pico, a little bit of hot salsa, the cheese and lettuce. Like, and you can track that and make it a meal in MyFitnessPal, and then whenever you're ready to eat Chipotle, like just log that in the day ahead or the day of, and then plan around that. It's really not that hard, I would say. And then some days I would say that I'm not super accurate with tracking, and that's okay. Like, you can enjoy yourself and maybe eat 200, 300 calories above your cutting calories, and that's okay. It's just that day you're maintaining. It's fine. You don't have to do extra cardio or go out on a run or whatever. It's just eating, and it's just eating with your friends and family, and that's okay. Anyways, I hope this video was super helpful. I'm gonna link you to our 300 calorie meals video here, and then another full day of eating video here where I eat normally and don't eat out.